Jack Thunder and the Fragments of Anima, Book 6, Light. Chapter 10, On Angel's Wings. San began to sway back and forth. He collapsed to his knees beside Jack Thunder. "Mr. San, are you alright?" he shouted. I'm alright. He fell face first into the dirt. "Mr. San!" The crew surrounded him. Jack Thunder picked his head up off the ground. "Don't do this to us!" "What do you mean?" The Tengu smiled tiredly. Then he realized. "Oh, don't worry. I'm just exhausted." He planted his face in the dirt once more. The crew reeled back in shock. Don't worry, I can help. I think I know something for this. Let's see. Chamomile, coca bark, what am I missing?" Buckthorn rifled through her bag for potion ingredients. Her frantic babbling and searching only ceased when she noticed San's form. He wasn't dying. He had curled up on the ground and was now snoring away. The 6 young heroes giggled a little bit, both from relief and from the amusing sight before them. Jack Thunder scratched San's head feathers behind his right ear. "Wow, Mr. San, you gave us all a pretty good scare there." San's ear twitched a little as the feathers on his head stood up, making him look fluffier than normal. He cooed like a pigeon, stretching before settling once more. "Alright, this is very cute and all, but we need to get out of here. I don't trust this place not to cave in after all the damage those Wendigos did to them." Frosty interrupted. She was right. The walls were crumbling and so full of cracks that it was a miracle they hadn't already collapsed in on themselves. "Come on, let's go." She directed the young heroes and a trembling Puriturnus to the chamber's exit. She made her way back to San's sleeping form. "Alright, I get it. You're tired. You can rest once we get to the surface." San didn't move. Frosty poked him a little. "Come on, we need to go. I'm not carrying you back up there." Still no response. San just kept snoring. Frosty let out an exasperated sigh as she slung San over her shoulder. "Okay, I guess I am carrying you out after all." He still didn't wake up as they made their way out of the tunnels together. San stirred. A fresh, cool breeze washed over the Tengu as he stretched out his wings. That was the best sleep he'd had in a long time. He idly wondered where he was as his eyes fluttered open. He got his answer. A deep blue and purple sky and the silhouettes of treetops met his eyes. I'm in the middle of a forest? How did I get here?" San worked himself into a sitting position. He was in the Forest of the Young. Now he remembered. That must have been one heck of a battle to knock him out like that, so much so that he didn't even wake up when he was hauled out of there. At least, he thought someone carried him out of there. They had to. He couldn't have just walked out of there in his sleep, could he? "I see you're awake." San glanced around for the source of the voice. He noticed Frosty sitting beside him. The 6 kid heroes were sitting beside her on the hill, chattering about their lives and how they met each other. "How are you feeling? Must have been pretty worn out to sleep all the way to the surface." "I had to carry you out of there. You wouldn't wake up." "Oh, thank you." San's face flushed. "Don't worry about it. Anima knows we're all as tired as you are." Frosty cast her gaze down to the ground. The two sat in silence for some time. San listened to the conversation from the 6 young heroes beside him. They were awfully energetic considering what they'd been through just hours before. For a second, San wished that he could switch places with them. Their seemingly endless energy was just what he needed right now. He wasn't sure he'd even have the strength to make it through the final battle. That's when he remembered. There was one more thing he wanted to do before he and the others left the Forest of the Young. Is Puriturnus around here?" Puriturnus poked their head out from behind one of the trees. I'm right here, San." San got on his feet and walked over to Puriturnus. He nodded towards Frosty, as if to say, "I'll be back in a minute." The two of them disappeared behind a tree. Pure Eternus cringed, wringing their hands. They didn't know why San wanted to speak with them in private, but they knew it couldn't be anything good. San took a deep breath. "Here goes. Pure Eternus, please look at me." Pure Eternus flinched at San's tone. San softened his voice. "I'm not mad at you. I just want to talk." The former light champions slowly turned their gaze to face San. About what?" The Tengu sighed. "After the war, I fled into the Razorfrost Range. I didn't want to be part of the world anymore." Pure Eternus's expression morphed into one of confusion. "I went there wanting to hide for the rest of my life. It was only when I saw the signs of the Heart of Darkness's return that I decided to leave that infernal place. It's obvious that you're very attached to the grotto, but the Cult of Youth is gone. I've been a lot better since I left the Razorfrost Range, and I think that you'll be better off if you leave this place too." "But," Pure Eternus stammered, "where else is there for me to go?" "Altaria of Foxfire needs a new traveling partner. Kirami used to travel with her," San answered, motioning to the young kitsune. She was still chatting with the others, Yuki sitting on the ground beside her. "But since she joined us, I'm sure Altaria would be happy to have you by her side." Pure Eternus's gaze dropped. They thought about it. Finally, they looked up and nodded. "I'll try and talk to her after this, but I don't want you staying in this place alone anymore. There are people out there who need you, Pure Eternus." The youth demigod stood silently. "Come on." San directed Pure Eternus back to the hillside where they were before. "You don't have to worry about it right now. We've got a lot to celebrate." The two of them silently trudged back.